magnificent. Good morning, Colonel, sir. Fine bright today. I hear down at the village, prices is picking up, and it's a big year for cotton.
And heroic, a charismatic superstar who leapt off the screen. Men wanted to be like him and women wanted to be with him. But in real life, he was complicated, longing for recognition as both an actor and writer. Devilishly handsome and charming, he was a risk-taker who flouted society's conventions and inevitably landed in trouble. For him, life was a series of adventures. Making movies was one.
Well, this is Colonel Braxton Beauregard Burlique the Fifth, adventurer, treasure hunter, swashbuckler extraordinaire, at your service, madam. Well, tonight's talk is going to be on a 1920s, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Sonar brass drum, marching parade brass drum. What makes this so significant is this is the type of drum that the Nazis were using in their marches in the 1920s and the 30s. I know you all have seen like those Hitler Youth drums. They got the flames painted on them, and they got what else? They got the color, on them. Some have like the SS insignia or the S insignia for the Hitler Youth. Some were unmarked, and I can't tell you that this drum specifically was in those marches, but this is the actual type that was. And it's, to me, it really caught my eye because it's basically virtually all brass construction, which was unlike a lot of marching drums back in that era. Most were all wood, as I'm sure you all have seen. This one really caught my eye. I kid you not, I literally pulled this out of a junk pile many years ago. And the head's been replaced. That's an old head on there, and as you can see, it's still got a lot of the dirt on from the junk pile I pulled it out of. But what's interesting is you got this here. Let me see here. This shows, like, say you're marching along with the drum. There you are. You got this bracket that would go there on your leg, because you're marching along. The drum's not going to be banging your leg. You're going to just have it right up there, snug as a bug in a rug, and you'll be all right, boy. And, well, there's, what else, too? I think the regulator is missing. There would have been a band across here, like either a metal band, or I actually have another drum. It has like an animal guts that goes across here. That, some of the original. This one though might have had the metal, but in the 20s they did do the drums like that. As you all know, the Colonel's always had a thing for drums. I'm a drummer myself, actually. I thought when I was a youngster, perhaps I'd be another Buddy Rich. And my daddy, well, he had a drum set that I had, and right here in the manor house, I was making a lot of noise, and maybe some night I'll do a little drum concert for you all. But, well, tonight, we're talking about the historical relics. And, oh, my battery went dead on me, but as I was saying, I certainly have always enjoyed drumming, and although I never did it professionally, back in the 1960s, as you all know, as I told you, I was out in Los Angeles, and I did I did do a couple drumming sessions with my old friend Bob Crane. You know what happened to him, unfortunately. He was murdered. But some night I might do a little reminiscence about Bob and some of the things that he was up to and I was up to at the time, and but that's another story. We're dealing with here with the 1920s German drum. This, as you all can see, is a snare. Lot. Some of the other ones are the bigger ones, but this they'd be marching along, and yes, this to me is a real piece of history. It's something you don't, unless it has all kinds of Nazi insignia festoon upon it. This is sort of an item that a lot of people don't think about or consider. But yes, some of these old Nazi, German instruments, I've always kind of enjoyed them, and as you can see, it's a very well-made quality product. I did not clean this up or try to do any sort of restoration. It's in the condition that I found it. This, like I said, is not the original head. I believe it's it looks like it's either an English or American head on it, but it just makes you wonder how the hell this ended up getting over here to the US of A. But yeah, it's an item that I thought you all might find interesting taking a look at. So I guess at this point I'm going to sign off, y'all. So let me just hit this here. Well, this is Colonel Braxton Beauregard Burlique the Fifth, adventurer, treasure hunter, swashbuckler extraordinaire. At your service, madam, signing off. Goodbye, y'all.